Yeah, hi guys. So we're back today with a new video. I wanted this video to be brief. It's going to be brief actually, but there are a few things that we're going to discuss. So the main essence, or if I would title this video, it would be how you can improve your Loomis head lanes by using shapes, and I'm going to show you what the shapes are. So I'm using Photoshop and my pen tablet. So let's get straight into the business. So this is Photoshop for those of you that might be interested. So let's just go in full mode. Yep. So there are a few things that I've seen that actually can help you improve when it has to do with how you can lay in your heads using the Andrew Loomis. So I'm just going to demonstrate here. Ideally, it's the circle. I know we all hate circles, but I'll show you why I said it's a circle. So the first thing, or I would say I would call it drill, that you might want to be doing, okay, beginner, advanced, or a professional, is this right here, what I'm about to do. So you have your circle, okay, something like that, and then being able to tilt it, or actually draw different I would say what, more of a globe, okay, or a sphere, or turn it into something spherical, makes a big difference. Okay, so being able to wrap around, different lines, and how you control those lines makes a difference as well. So I think that's the first thing that you would want to get down, and it should not just be in one orientation or one view. Okay, make sure you are able to do this in all different views. Okay, and I know some of you will be like, no, what's the brush that you're using? So if you have the advantage where you can get hold of Josh Hunter's black courses on Gumroad, once you, I think you purchase one of his courses, you'll definitely find this brush is called I think the soft, yes, I think it's called the soft textured brush or soft brush. I've forgotten, but something like that. So as you can see, this is a the first one, this is the second one, and you can also wrap lines around that sphere. Okay, let's see, how do I want this to look? Okay, maybe a head looking in that direction. Okay, you can also throw in this guy on top. You can also have another one here. You can also bring it to this side. Okay, and then you throw this guy this side. Okay, so I am assuming that you guys, you already know how you can do these things. Okay, so let's move on to something that I also think it's important. So we can take this guy away, and then we have another page. So the very same things that we are doing, or that I was demonstrating, or I was showing you, but now you add a sense of spice to it. So what do I mean by spice? Andrew Loomis, the normal typical Loomis, let's just do a demo on how he does maybe a side view. So he has a circle, so there's another circle inside, something like that. So this is where the inside circle, okay, on top of it, that's where you have your hairline, and on the down part, that's where you have your nose. Okay, half of that, that's where you have your brow. And then if you take the same thing, but I'll just kind of stylize this a bit, so I'll drop my jawline somewhere here. Okay, so if you take half of this, and then you bring in this guy goes there, and then you just connect with this. Okay, that's typically how Loomis's head construction looks like. Okay, so if you go back to what I was doing, or what I was demoing in the first instance, those circles that we were turning into spheres, okay, you see that if you haven't studied planes of the head, okay, for example, Asaro, or the rhythms of the head, that's right rhythms, you see that you have issues when it comes to constructing the head using the approach that Loomis use. Okay, but if you are able to turn spheres into different directions, it's very easy for you to draw any head from imagination or actually you using the reference. Okay, the final part, there is a part where I'm going to demo 3 references that I have that I'll show you on how you can apply what I've taught or what I've been saying in this video. So you see how I have done the Loomis approach, but now let's say you want to add in your own thing. Okay, so we can take this off. Let me just see if I'm still on track when it comes to layers, so we can add a few and then we go back into full mode. Okay, so what I normally like to do is, since I have the freelance, because the knowledge of Loomis is there, okay, the planes, maybe the rhythms are there, I have already what I want to put down on paper, or I have the prerequisite knowledge, the much needed knowledge that I want to use on what I'm drawing. I'm able to tweak a few things. So I'm going to show you using this first ref that we have, so this one, and then we go back to the full mode. Yeah, so this guy. So if you see, how can we now apply the things that I've been learning? Okay, if you take this guy's head, yeah, I think let's get a red pen, yeah, something like that, and you would see that the circular part will be somewhere here, and then this center line of the face would come down somewhere there, and then here is where the cutout would be. Okay, so you have the sides like that, and then you have 1, 2. This is just simple straight lines, and then you would connect to that. Okay, that's how simple that laying approach is. But that was me showing you whilst I was tracing. But how can you do it now on your own? So the understanding behind what I've just done there, if I can go back to my black, is the very same thing that I talked at the beginning of the video. So you have your circle. Okay, it's not good. So we have your circle like that. Okay, and then assume that this is where the center line is. Okay, and then the cutout is somewhere here. Okay, the hairline would be there, maybe the nose would be here, the brow would be somewhere here, and then let's just put the chin maybe somewhere here. If we take what we did here, that means this guy would come in this direction, this guy would be here, this is already at that side, and if we can just connect this guy would come down somewhere like that, and here we have this rhythm that is somewhere here, if we can choose to demo it that way. Okay, so the center line here now, because the first thing that we started with was the sphere, now this is a full head, so the center line would be right there. Okay, so you can use this to build upon, on top of. Okay, so that's the first thing that I wanted to show you, and how easy it is once you understand the simple shapes. How can you turn a circle, okay, a 2D thing, into a 3D? Okay, so it's by using the wrapping lines, and then you see how you would improve over time. Otherwise, if you cannot practice these things that I'm showing you, it's very, very hard for you to actually get quick or get better at laying the heads using the Loomis approach. So I'll do a full demo, not actually going into the details on how you can do the hair and whatnot, but I'll show you that. So that's the first thing. The second one, let's try and do it without actually tracing. So we have this side view, and these type of heads should come in very easily. So I think we can, let's just see, we can rotate, let's just have it in the same angle. So what do we have here? There's a circle. So you can do that. Okay, there's your, you know, nice big circle. What's the second thing that you're looking at? Remember, brow. No, the hairline is somewhere here, even though this lady is bald-headed. And then the brow is here, the nose would be here, and then the chin would be here. Judging from what I'm seeing, I feel like these distances are pretty much equal. Okay, so we can, for doing that, you can plot in those guys, so you can easily eyeball them or actually choose to measure. But if you want to do stylized drawings in the future, it's best if you would you can eyeball, you can quickly eyeball the things that you're seeing, and then it'll make your drawings or your sketches pretty much easier and faster at the same time. So we have that. The next thing that I like to do, if you're a bit tired or a bit tied up with what the Loomis approach does, is okay, I'll check the distance that is here. Can you see, can you guys see this distance that is right here, and then this thing that connects to this side? So what we are taking from this approach is the Loomis sphere, but then adding in our own things or our own way on how we want to be seeing these things. So typical or on a normal day, this is what I would do. So I would have the circle, okay, planted on, and then I would definitely bring in this line down, something like that, and then I'll come and also get this distance that is right here, one, and then what I'm using here, this line is called the CSI. If you're not familiar with it, you can look around on YouTube. You definitely find videos that explain what those are. But those are just lines that some perform a line that is a C, some an S, some are straights. Okay, so as you can see on this is almost a C shaped line. So you can have that, and then you can, you know, bring it like so. Okay, the next thing would be the distance between the neck and this other line. So as you can see, we already have this, but it also has this thing that is hanging like this, because this one connects it to the neck, like so, and then you have this other distance that is coming inside like so, and this one goes out, okay, in this direction. There is this also that is going there, but that's just too extreme. The next thing that you want to have is where your hairline is. So from the picture, I would guess that would be there, and then the brow would be somewhere here, and then the nose would be somewhere here, and then the rest of the distance would be where the nose and the chin are. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't if I can take these lines all the way, you would see that they meet where this guy is, okay, which is the inside, the cutout that Loomis takes away from it. But for me, I find it very repetitive, okay, but you can do what you find comfortable doing. So let's say you have something like this. This is a good lane where you are able to build on top of it, because if I would try to just build upon this, you'd see that we have, so what I normally do is where the brow is, I see that there's a line that is coming in this direction, and this it goes up, this one comes here, this will just have, it'll just be some straight like that, and then this guy, you know, will go inside like that. There's that, and then we extend the nose, and then 1, 2, 3, the lips. I easily draw them as simple steps. Okay, so we have 1, and then there is 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5, 6. Here we just take it down, 7. This guy would go up, and then we have this other, the chin to finish it up. So that's how quick and easy you can include where the placement of the features would be. Okay, you can do that, and then you judge. You can see where there's this corner of the eyes. That's where almost the ear should be. So you take that same distance. You just judge. Okay, I think it's somewhere here. That means your ear would be in between this segment. So you'd have it maybe one, and then go out. This one would be one, and then it goes inside, something like that. So as you can see, our sketch is already beginning to take shape, and then the rest of the process is all about you tweaking. Okay, it's all about you tweaking. If I can flip the camera, it still looks okay, and then you can draw in your facial features, and then finish up with the rest of the sketch. But in this video I don't want to do that because that will take much of our time. And the last I think the last but not the least would be, let's just take off this layer and have the last sketch or the last references that I wanted to show. So this one, and this basically is the same approach. Okay, I'll do another video where I use the shape design and actually get this shape very easily. Okay, I would have demoed it here, but that's not the purpose of the video. So if you see this would be the same sphere, same circle that we have, and then you can see how this center line of the face is going, where it is going. So you also need to have it tilted in that sort of direction, and then the cutout is somewhere here where this line flows to. That's where the cutout also goes. They kind of go in the same direction, somehow like that. So on top of here you can say, okay, maybe my hairline would be there, my nose would be here, and my brow, and then you have your chin. So if you take this, okay, this is there, and then you have this, and then this connects to this line. This one is here, and then you just connect this line to there. So this center line has to come like so, and then you have maybe your rhythm line, something like that. That's how you can easily assess yourself if you've gotten the tilt right and if everything seems to be making sense. All right, so in this video, that's all I had for you. I'll do more videos in the future where we can build on top of the knowledge that I've shared with you today. So what you guys should take out on this video would be, shapes are very important when it comes to you constructing the head. Okay, there is nothing that you can construct that you don't understand how to first break it down or deconstruct it first and then rebuild it up again. Okay, you have to know how something is built from scratch for you to break it and then it makes sense to you. And you cannot just grasp what I'm telling you by just watching this one video. Okay, so you watch, you practice, you watch, you practice, and your practice should be your practice time should be more than the time you just consume things, because when you just consume things, there isn't anything tangible that you're getting apart from, okay, you're having knowledge, but how you can put it on paper, for you to actually put it on paper or on your tablet or in your iPad or whatever it is that you're using, it's very hard. So it hasn't fully manifested. The knowledge that you have, it's there, but it's not fully manifested. It's not tangible. The results are not there. So that's all I had for you in this video. I will see if I can do a follow-up on it, probably, I don't know, maybe next week or even tomorrow. Let's see if the time is there. But if you found this video useful, I would urge you to subscribe and share with your friends. You can like the video and yeah, have it YouTube recommended to others as well, so that the channel might grow, and then I can continue to share the useful knowledge or whatever it is that I find that has to do with drawing that you guys might benefit from. So I appreciate you guys, and have fun practicing.